Good
morning. Hi, today is Friday, June 26th. And we're going to read 2 Kings 24 and 25.
Yes. Are you ready, Josh? Bless you. Y'all ready? Hey, let's go this way. Are you ready, Gabriel?
We're finishing
And Matthew?
Today.
Yes. We're finishing 2 Kings.
Today.
All right. So let's get to 24 and 25. There's thumbs up. Oh. Yay. And cheerful disposition. And a fist bump. And cheerful. Oh. Yep. A huge cheerful disposition. And
High five.
a high five. All right. 24 and 25.
She was waiting.
Oh, I apologize.
She's been waiting
There you
for
go, Catherine. All right, thank you.
Alright, that's good. Alright, Judah overrun by enemies. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and Joachim became his servant for 3 years. Then he turned and rebelled against them. The Lord sent against him bands of Chaldeans, bands of Arameans, bands of Moabites, and bands of Ammonites. He sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of the Lord. He spoke by his servants the prophets. Surely at the decree of the Lord, this came upon Judah to remove them from before him, for the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he had done, and also for the innocent blood that he had shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, and the Lord was not willing to pardon. Now the rest of the deeds of Joachim and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the annals of the kings of Judah? So Joachim slept with his fathers, and Joachim, his son, reigned in his place. The king of Egypt did not come again from this land, for the king of Babylon had taken over from the brook of Egypt to the river Euphrates, all that belonged to the king of Egypt. Joachim, king of Judah. Joachim was 18 years old when he became king. He reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. His mother's name was Neshushta, daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. He did evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father had done. At that time, the servant of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and the city was under siege. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up to the city while his servants were besieging it, and Joachim, king of Judah, went out to the king of Babylon. He and his mother, his servants, his princes, and his eunuchs. The king of Babylon took him in the 8th year of his reign, the captivity of Jerusalem. He brought out from there all the treasures of the house of the Lord, and all the treasures of the king's house, and cut in pieces all the implements of gold in the temple of the Lord, which Solomon, king of Israel, had made, just as the Lord had spoken. He exiled all Jerusalem, all the princes, and all the mighty men of valor, 10,000 captives, all the craftsmen and smiths. No one remained except the poorest people of the land. He exiled Joachim in Babylon, the king's mother, the king's wives, his eunuchs, and the elite of the land. He took into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. All the fighting men, 7,000, the craftsmen, the smiths, 1,000, all those strong and fit for war. The king of Babylon brought them into exile in Babylon. The king of Babylon made Methaniah, the uncle of Joachim, king in his place, and changed his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah, king of Judah. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he became king. He reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Hamutal, daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. He did evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that Joachim had done. Because of the anger of the Lord, this happened in Jerusalem and Judah, until he threw them out from his presence. But Zedekiah rebelled against the kings of Babylon. The fall and exile of Judah. In the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, on the 10th day of the month, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his army, against Jerusalem and set up camp near it. They built siege mounts against it all around. The city came under siege until the 11th year of King Zedekiah. On the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine was severe in the city, and there was no food for the people of the land. The city was breached, and all the fighting men fled by night, by the way of the gate between the two walls, which is by the king's garden. Through the Chaldeans were all around the city.
Though the Chaldeans.
Though the Chaldeans were all around the city. They went along the way of the Arabah. Then the army of the Chaldeans pursued the king and overtook him in the plains of Jericho. All his army deserted him. So they captured the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon at Riblah, and they passed sentence upon him. They slaughtered the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and put out the eyes of Zedekiah. They bound him with bronze fetters and brought him to Babylon. In the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, that was the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the bodyguard, a servant of the king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem. He burned the house of the Lord, the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem. Every great house he burned with fire. All the army of the Chaldeans who were with the captain of the guard tore down the walls of Jerusalem all around. The rest of the people who remained in the city, the deserters who had defected to the king of Babylon, and the rest of the crowd, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the bodyguard, took into exile. But the captain of the bodyguard left some of the poor of the land to be vine dressers and farmers. The bronze pillars that were in the house of the Lord, the stands, and the bronze sea that were in the house of the Lord, the Chaldeans broke in pieces and carried their bronze to Babylon. The pots and shovels and the snuffers, the incense bowls, and all the bronze implements that were used in service they took away. The fire pans and sprinkling basins that were fine gold and fine silver, the captain of the bodyguard took. The 2 pillars, the one sea and the one stands, which Solomon had made for the house of the Lord, the bronze of all the implements was beyond weight. The height of the one pillar was 18 cubits, and the bronze captain was on it. The height of the captain was 3 cubits. Lattice work and pomegranates, all of bronze, were on the capital all around. The second pillar with its lattice work was like it. The captain of the bodyguard took Sariah the chief priest, Zephaniah the second priest, and the 3 keepers of the threshold. From the city he took a eunuch who was an officer over the fighting men, 5 men of the king's council who were found in the city, the chief scribe of the army who mustered the people of the land, and 60 men from the people of the land who were found in the city. Nebuzaradan, captain of the bodyguard, took them and brought them to the king of Babylon at Riblah. Then the king of Babylon struck him down and killed him at Riblah in the land of Hamath. Thus he exiled Judah from their land. Gedaliah, governor of Judah, over the people who remained in the land of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had left, he appointed Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan. When all the captains of the armies, they and their men, heard the king of Babylon had appointed Gedaliah, they came to Gedaliah at Mizpah, and that is Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, Johanan, son of Kareah, Sariah, son of Tanhumeth, the Netophathite, and Jezaniah, son of the Machathite, and they and their men. Gedaliah swore to them and to their men, and said to them, Do not be afraid of being the servants of the Chaldeans. Live in the land, and serve the king of Babylon, and it will go well for you. But in the 7th month, Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama of the royal line, came with 10 men and struck down Gedaliah. He died along with the Judeans and the Chaldeans who were with him at Mizpah. Then all the people, both small and great, and the captains of the armies arose and went to Egypt, for they were afraid of the Chaldeans, how do you pronounce that? Jehoiachin released from prison. In the 37th year of the exile of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, in the 12th month, on the 27th day of the month, Marduk, king of Babylon, in the year that he became king, released Jehoiachin, king of Judah, from prison. He spoke kindly to him and gave him a throne upon the thrones of the kings that were with him in Babylon. He changed his prison garments, and he ate food continually before him all the days of his life. His allowance was a regular allowance given him by the king every day, all the days of his life.
That is the end of 2 Kings.
Bye, have a great day. Please subscribe. Hope you like this video. Please leave a like or a comment. After that, we'll be in Corinthians.
Yeah, then we'll be in, Chronicles. Yeah, Corinthians is,
The New Testament.
yes. That would be Romans and then 1st and 2nd Corinthians. So we'll be in 1st Chronicles and in 1st Corinthians when we're in July.
Bye. Have a great day. Subscribe.